Shadow Decade is a series about a woman, Erica Crawford, who wakes up in the hospital to discover that she has no memory of the last 10 years of her life. In the first book in the series, the protagonist, Erica Crawford, is basically trying to get her life back in order. It is a cyberpunk thriller, so someone is trying to kill her and she's not entirely sure why. It's probably something from the last 10 years of her life that she doesn't remember. It's just blank as far as she's concerned. But she's been clearly doing something. She's in amazing shape. She has a fantastic set of skills, a very particular set of skills. Uh, but she doesn't know how she got them or who she may have made enemies of in the process, and or even who her allies may have been. There's no police records of what she's been doing. There's no job history. There's nothing. In addition to the action line plot, there's also the simple fact that she doesn't have any work history. All of her friends thought she was dead. Her ex-fiance has moved on and gotten married. She has no real bank account or any other holdings. So she has nothing. She is at the bottom of the barrel, so to speak, the bottom of the poverty line. So she's trying to find work with no recent work history in an economy that has been absolutely devastated by automation. Just trying to get by with whatever assistance the government can offer in a very poverty-stricken, subsidized housing block. It's basically just a massive housing unit filled with other people in similar dire straits who she may or may not get along with due to the fact that she's suffering from massive culture shock. She doesn't know what changes have been made in the world in the last decade, so she's trying to play catch up before someone can kill her. All the while trying to, make sure that her basic needs of food and shelter are fulfilled. Much of the book, much of the book is drawn from my own experience, not the action sequences so much as the dwelling at the poverty line level of things. Trying to find work without recent work history. I was a freelancer for 5 or 6 years. And then when the freelance work dried up, I was trying to find steady work, a day job, a 9 to 5. And if you don't have that work history, you can point to clients, but it's not really the same. And now, if I were trying to find a job now, I've been, just writing novels for the past 5 years. So, yeah, I don't have work history there either. Really, it hasn't really improved my situation for finding that sort of salaried job. But dealing with social services, food stamps, welfare, all of the things that the very thin safety net we have, and the bureaucracy associated with it. Most of that is drawn from my personal experience and the personal experiences of the people that I know who are in similar situations. So that's the part of this book that is writing what you know. The hitman trying to kill you part, the amazing skills part, not so much. Although there is a little bit of the not quite the culture shock, but the character Erica Crawford, the protagonist, is suffering from depersonalization and disassociation, in which the world feels less real, and in some cases, so do you. You feel detached from everything. And I think that a lot of people suffer bouts of this from time to time. I know that I have, at some of my low points, at some of my most stressed out and traumatized points in life. So I was drawing from that a little bit as well, but also did a great deal of research and read testimonies from people to learn how exactly to describe it. So the book was a learning experience to me, both in the terms of the psychology of trauma and how we protect ourselves from it, but also in futurism, the way the world is going to be swinging in the next 10 years. I wrote the book before Trump was elected. So it was a sort of middle of the line, say Clinton gets elected, say we keep on the same path we're on, basically. Nothing gets worse, but nothing really gets better, and we keep as we're doing. So it's grim, but it may not actually be as grim as things are going to get. This may actually turn out to be an optimistic vision of the future. It depends on what happens next, basically. So Cold Reboot is the first book in the Shadow Decade series. The second, Network Protocol, comes out tomorrow, actually. And the third, Open Proxy, will come out in August. All three will be available as ebooks on Amazon, the iBook Store, Kobo, Google Play, wherever you get your ebooks. And all three will be available in both paperback and hardcover. So check them out. This sounds like something that's your jam. Pick it up. Give it a read. Let me know what you think. Write a review. That really helps. And as an author, we really appreciate that. Thanks for your time.